The year 1764 witnessed a pivotal moment in Indian history, the Battle of Buxar. This clash, fought on the plains of Bihar, pitted the burgeoning might of the British East India Company against a formidable alliance of Indian rulers. The very fate of the Indian subcontinent hung in the balance, for Buxar was more than a mere battle. It was a clash of empires, a struggle for dominance that would reshape the destiny of millions. The stakes were incredibly high. A victory for the East India Company promised to consolidate their control over the rich resources and trade of Bengal. Defeat, on the other hand, could have potentially crippled their ambitions and forced a reassessment of their role in India. The outcome of the battle, however, would prove to be a turning point. The resounding victory of the British East India Company heralded a new era in Indian history, one where the company's influence would extend far beyond the trading posts and gradually transform them into the undisputed masters of the subcontinent. The Battle of Buxar, therefore, stands as a stark reminder of the shifting tides of power and the profound impact of imperial ambitions on the Indian subcontinent. On the battlefield of Buxar, two vastly different forces collided. The British East India Company, though a trading enterprise at its core, commanded a well-equipped and disciplined army. Their troops, a mix of British soldiers and Indian sepoys trained in European tactics, were led by Hector Munro, a seasoned military commander. Facing them was a grand alliance of Indian rulers, the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II, the Nawab of Bengal Mir Qasim, and the Nawab of Awadh Shuja-ud-Dawla. Each ruler brought their own strengths to the alliance. Shah Alam, though a figurehead with diminished authority, still commanded the symbolic power of the Mughal throne. Mir Qasim, deposed from his throne in Bengal by the company, sought to regain his lost dominion. Shuja-ud-Dawla, a powerful regional player, aimed to check the growing influence of the British. Despite their numerical superiority, the Indian alliance was plagued by internal divisions and a lack of coordination. This disunity among the Indian leaders would prove to be their undoing, playing right into the hands of the British, who were known for their strategic planning and efficient command structure. The Battle of Buxar commenced on the morning of 22 October 1764. The combined forces of the Indian alliance greatly outnumbered the British troops. However, the superior tactics, discipline and firepower of the British East India Company's forces proved decisive. The battle raged for hours, a chaotic whirlwind of musket fire, cannon explosions and clashing steel. The Indian forces, though valiant in their efforts, found themselves outmaneuvered and outgunned. Their lack of unity and coordination further hampered their efforts, allowing the British to exploit weaknesses in their lines. By nightfall, the outcome was clear, a resounding victory for the British East India Company. The victory sent shockwaves throughout India. It shattered the myth of invincibility surrounding the Mughal Empire and its allies. The defeat was not just a military setback, but a symbolic humiliation, marking a significant shift in the balance of power. The Battle of Buxar's consequences were far-reaching. It shattered the remaining vestiges of Mughal power and paved the way for British dominance in India. In 1765, the Treaty of Allahabad formalized the new political reality. Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor, was forced to grant the East India Company the Diwani rights for Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. This seemingly innocuous agreement had profound implications. It provided the company with control over the vast revenues of these rich provinces, effectively making them the financial masters of eastern India. The treaty marked a turning point in British involvement in India. No longer were they mere traders seeking concessions. They were now kingmakers, wielding significant political and economic power. The Battle of Buxar and the subsequent Treaty of Allahabad stand as pivotal moments in Indian history. They marked the beginning of the end for Mughal rule and the steady consolidation of British power. The East India Company's victory at Buxar was not just a military triumph, it was the dawn of an empire that would, in the coming decades, extend its reach across the entire Indian subcontinent.